Welcome to Founders Club, the show for real estate entrepreneurs. How confident were you that you were going to be able to make it happen?
So, what I knew was that I was going to push for the entire 36 hours. That was my commitment. And I had made a decision on the front end that it was okay to get hurt doing it. And in fact, it was likely that I might get hurt doing it. Because I knew that was going to be a variable. And that was it. That was the commitment. Now, whether or not I was actually going to be able to do it wasn't really the question. The question was, what effort was I going to put forth to do it? And I think that that's a really important distinction, because what you commit to ahead of time determines how you behave in the moments of insecurity, of fear, of doubt that inevitably happen in the middle of a tough journey.
Totally.
Right? You hit a point where you start to question why you're doing it. And if you've made a choice ahead of time, when you get there, it's easy, right? No, I've already decided.
So
this.
take me through what that process was like for you.
So I think probably the best example of that for me in this journey was I was at about hour 17. Everything's going smooth. I had gone straight through the night. It's 7 a.m. I'm still moving, and then all of a sudden on the 18th lap, I start to get this shooting pain in my right knee, and like shooting pain every step. And it's, thousands of steps up, and every step it's and I've got pain in other areas that is soreness, right? My shoulders, my neck, my back, but the knee is it's starting to feel debilitating. And I go up 18, I go up 19, and my pace starts to slow. The sun comes out, it goes from 40 degrees to 85.
And the pain's there the whole time?
Pain's there the whole time. And I've got long black sleeves on. The sun starts to beat down on me, but I don't want to stop because I don't want to lose any time. So I just keep going. And lap 22, I start to get delirious, like full-blown delirious. Like I'm passing people, and I would say things, I think, and I would pass them, and I think, did I say that out loud just now? And then I'd keep going, and then I'd say, did I say that to myself out loud just now? Am I talking right now? It was it was delirious. In retrospect, it was dehydration, malnourishment. Like I wasn't fueling properly. But I bring it up because what happened in that moment is I had all these thoughts, or in that lap, I had all these thoughts around this pain, and now it was both of my knees, but my right knee in particular, some ankle stuff too. But I had this thought of how stupid would it be if I had to go to the hospital? How stupid would it be if I tore something right now, went to the hospital and did permanent damage to my body? And then when I was 80, somebody was like, oh, you can't walk. And I was like, yeah, I felt like I needed to climb this mountain 34 times and I permanently damaged my body.
Because I got dared.
Right.
Yeah.
And but by the way, super logical thoughts, right?
Yeah,
like that's
definitely.
a really rational argument
Yeah.
to stop climbing the damn mountain. But I had made a decision before I went into it that injury was not only okay, but it was likely. And so that choice had already been made. So I just kept pushing. And that's a big thing. Like, how are you you have to plan for the worst, that you know how you're gonna handle it when you get into that situation.
And how are you talking yourself through that in your head? Because I'm sure the pain got worse and worse every lap, or at least persistent. How are you talking yourself through that to keep going?
I think that you have to, at some point, I was talking to somebody actually last night who was an Ironman competitor. And, an Ironman is, I think, for a lot of people, sort of the pinnacle of endurance. And it's a tremendous feat. But all endurance is the same thing. And Ironmans take 15 hours for most people. Competitive people do it much faster. Mm-hmm. But the deal is that that initial baseline of, oh, this is going to start to hurt, or oh, this hurts a lot, that's where most people quit. And endurance athletes, once you start living in this space, you recognize that the rest of that journey is going to involve a lot of pain. And you're just going to be in this place of pain. And so I think that there's a huge realization of the pain is okay, right? The goal isn't to avoid pain. It's to understand how to work through it. And some other parallel analogies are like, in business, the goal isn't to avoid challenges.
Right.
It's to learn how to solve the problem.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
It's to learn how to get better.
Yeah, that just triggered a thought in my head. That pain that you're going through, that's actually the growth. That's you moving the needle on what you believe you can do.
Yeah.
And just kind of pushing through it and hitting that wall and being able to push past it.
To listen to this full Founders Club interview, go to foundersclub.tv.